And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Solar Nations 2, as we're attempting to finish out this run as Ethiopia into the African Union. In the last one, we did get over 27% prestige, but then the other nations recovered from the nuclear war, and our prestige didn't necessarily decline, but everyone else's sort of increased. We're doing what we can to try to outrun them. We'll see how well we can do that. To get the victory timer begin counting again, because we're kind of stuck at 24 years here until siege gets over 26.7% again. Field refinery, hydroponics. Commercial zone. And I should get a replacement colony to replace the one that just completed. And we're about to go back into the positive. And we'll find some... start going through our stuff at that point. So I think we're going to roll into January here. And then we'll do a review of diplomacy, figure out if we can integrate any of the people. And then we'll start distributing the genetic material. The life extension. Okay. So we got 17 million. Diplomacy-wise, Portugal's at 49.1. We are only getting 10 favors with the current operation efficiency. So we're only getting up to 10. So we're like 2 years out for getting Portugal, 2 years for Ukraine. All the other places are going to take a little bit longer than that. Those are probably the people we can reasonably integrate. One of my colonies finished. I think one of my colonies just finished. Yeah. Okay. So I have 289,000 genetic material to spend on life extension. So let's go through Earth, big to large. Important to less important. So, the original capital, important place, already has the gene clinics. Nigeria, important place, already has the gene clinics. Probably one of the reasons it is apparently showing at 2 billion population. I'm not sure if it's actually 2 billion. It's 1.6 billion. It's rounding, on this screen it's rounding up to 2, and this one is up to 1.6. Yeah, 1.6 billion people out of our 20 billion living in all in one state. I suppose that means we probably would make sense to say upgrade that infrastructure, and let's actually max out the monument there because the immunity effect's pretty strong. I'll let you multiply it across that many countries. Or that many people. Okay. So, Pakistan. Has some repairs going on, okay. Pakistan is at 1.3 billion. It's also a place we've recently integrated, so we will officially make it fully integrated. And we will give it... Manufactory. Take automated factory off. Commercial zone will finish. We'll go ahead and have it build a gene clinic. It's going to cost us, I think, 1,000 genetic material here. 1.3 thousand. We can afford that. So we do that. Nanobot healthcare, we're going to do that as well. Queue that up as well. At some point, you might want to use the nanocomposite factories for those development equilibrium modifiers. We'll get 2 carried away. Those 2 for the moment. Mali. Another place we've integrated. This one is from India. There's less people here, only 654 million, but we're going to go ahead and merge in the current administration. Let the AI training computers finish, but again, we're still going to go ahead and do Gene Clinic and Nanobot Healthcare. Addis Ababa has the Gene Clinic. I think it has the Nanobot Healthcare. I think this is one of our starting areas. So we're going to the robot health, the healthcare one as well. Okay, looks like it has been done. Okay, Zaire. Zaire we've hit with both, I think. To be fair, most of the places should have the healthcare. It's just going to be new integrations that don't. And then I can see the Gene Clinic. So you have Gene Clinic. Tanzania has Gene Clinic. Rio de Janeiro has Gene Clinic. Sudan has Gene Clinic. Kenya has Gene Clinic. Uganda does not. You know, I'm going to do something that's maybe a little greedy. I'm not going to go as micro. Earth. It's going to put the Gene Clinics everywhere on Earth and suffer the consequences if we don't have enough. So Gene Clinics, Earth, Alt, yeah, I think that's all of them. That's going to be 60 million, but I think that's fine. Oh, actually, that wasn't 60 million. I must have misread that. Again, it was less than 60 million, so that's maybe a situation where it's 60 million if it was everything. Yeah, there's like 306 places we could build it, additionally. Okay, so we'll let that build out. So in 1.5 years, so 20, well, we'll say we'll go 2 years. In 2 years, all the Genie Clinics should be done that we just queued up. We'll have a better idea of how much extra genetic material I have before we start going adding it to other planets. Oh, and let's get the colony going. Base some stability to take direct control there. Oh, and a bunch of my colonies finished while I wasn't looking. Completable mission. Get to the continental that. I'll have to build the strategic capacity. So you'd auto-complete when we have you available to complete. What about South America? South America would complete as well. I'm still a little way off from our unification day, after all. Okay, we just had an election. You seem reasonable. Defense Minister is going to want General. Spy Master will go Admiral, or the effect. Yeah, we're back at actually arguably needing to spend money again. Did that construction all finish? I think it has. But yeah, probably have enough genetic material. We can just kind of throw genetic material at everything at this point. Not even limit ourselves going forward. Gene clinics. There are really only 3 places I can build that. I haven't been building those other planets. As far as I'm aware. Queue it up in those 3 places. I'll go check some of the other planets to see if I'm just wrong. A few of the places are still working on it, I suppose. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I did actually build it everywhere because it looks like it's built on Mars as well. Okay, that just means I have a lot more genetic material than I thought I did. Probably at that point means I have more genetic material than I need. Fair enough. Okay, let's go through our espionage on the people. Curry, political infiltration. Curry, political infiltration. America, steel and technology. Curry, political infiltration. Curry, political infiltration. Curry, political infiltration. Okay. Portugal. Is it time? I think it's time. It is time for you to become one with the African Union. Same thing with Ukraine. Honduras is going to need like 1 more year. Oh, I need more colonies. Expansion must continue. Let's go ahead and try to get some more troops deployed. Land attack is tank infantry, a little bit of fighter. You know, let's just let's create a new. Yeah, something like that. The combo. Sure. Train some combos. 1,000,000 strong. So 2,000,000 strong, just a few dozen places. not export industry capacity anymore, and we'll just turn that into troops. Probably good enough for the moment. Okay. These guys train in. Another region done. Steel refinery. Zone. Hydroponics farm. Of course, we get another colony going right away. Okay, the gateway tech to tier 5 has just completed. Next up, in 61 months, we'll have nanoscopic assembly. Bunch of colonies all finishing about the same time. Okay, construction, survey, mass build, surveys, steel refineries, mass build, hydroponics, mass build, open air, not done, do, commercial zones, mass build. Chromate refinery. Costs me industrial capacity, but provides me chromates. Might want some of those, but I'm not going to rush to those. Animated collectors. Put those in. This one, our refining sector is maxed. Yeah, we've got the resource extraction sorted. Let's get the research industry here. That provides 11% more industrial capacity. And spoilers, this place makes 3.2k industry. You know what? We'll grab a little factory there as well while we're at it. Replacement colonies, expansion, become a colony. Okay, now I've got a lot of money, so let's go pop through our orbits. Your orbit. Do you have a spaceport? Yes, you do. Level the spaceport up. And after you're done with leveling the spaceport up, grab a way station for more space fleet capacity. Asteroid belt. And this is where I can expand the space fleet. Pretty much no drawbacks. A was where I put the asteroid mine. This is another place that makes a lot of industrial capacity, so I probably want to grab the research industry, say grab a factory, or research, yeah, the research industry. Anyway, we'll still go ahead and cap out the spaceport into the way station. Orbits. Basically, I'm going around all the orbits because the no gravity places that orbits are, in theory, really good for spaceports. Build cost and project efficiency. Oh, we don't even have one here. It's going to be a theme, isn't it? Spaceport under military? Yes. Okay. Save me a big scroll. Neptune orbit. It's not a stable orbit. Although you're probably pretty low gravity, you wouldn't be too terrible for it. Yeah, minus 50% cost. Still has some gravity for the upkeep spire. Passenger on Saturn orbit. No. Okay. That's barely touched our current treasury. So let's pop into Earth. I think it's time to build up some barracks so we get a good little population factor. Barracks, and I do need the strategic capacity, so let's get the missile silo. Do we have a barracks here? I must. So that's the missile silo. Where's the barracks? Here it is. It's already maxed out. Okay. As a barracks. That's fair enough. It's previously owned by someone. It might have stuff already built, like the barracks from the previous owner. you know, let's do this via the auto builder. This type of builder. Okay, so Earth, defense, barracks. The answer is yes. Build barracks is everywhere. Pay no heed to the fact we're spending millions upon millions of dollars on building barracks and strategic capacity on Earth. We're not going to take over the world or anything. Back into the positive in the treasury and actually give that time some time to build. $65%. Not there yet. It's January, so we can go steal from America again. Micro-smart additions, okay. And then integration-wise, Honduras is ready. Japan has the lowest prestige of the remaining nations, and it's only in 36. We're down to 36 nations left. Yeah. Oh, need more industrial capacity. Things have changed. Industrial capacity is apparently one of the things I need more of. Plenty of suppliers, so it's relatively cheap. Oh, you don't need to just survey Earth, just build silver vendors. We're going to build them out in the new colonies. Yeah, I guess at this point I actually need more industrial capacity, so we'll have to start building some factories. Yeah, so it's going to cost us some money, but it's going to provide us a decent amount of capacity. So that's like 10k. How short am I? 120k, so we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that should basically give me enough that I can run what we have without importing. Not that it's super important to not import, but Another colony done. And another colony done. Construction, survey. Steel refineries. Hydroponics farms. Commercial zones. 2 new colonies queued up. Yeah, colony has already finished. Space Powder Tim, how the world goes round. Do you have Mars fully colonized? Mars is fully colonized. It's not fully owned by the African Union. It's split off between the African Union and I believe China. I think East Asia still has a massive chunk of it. Go over and check in a moment. Do these surveys. But we did terraform Mars. Mars has been terraformed in this game. Because leaving it unterraformed was not in the proverbial cards. Okay, so here is Mars. So green is our African Union, and red is East Asia, the conservative oligarchy. Which is actually the second most prestigious nation in this game. With, I think, Japan being the least prestigious, but Japan is in 36th. So there's only 36 nations left in the game at this moment. The year has rolled around. America, we're going to steal some tech from. Supreme turrets. Nanoscopic assembly. Resource extraction project limit upgrade. Okay. We've already got the next tech we want queued up, which is AM catalysts. Not because we necessarily need the super collider build cost reduction in the antimatter, but because I believe that was a prerequisite. Yeah, that is a prerequisite for interstellar exploration, which gives us colonial range. And we feel we need bound by the solar system for much longer. And then after that, we're working up all the prerequisites we need for galactic civilization, which is why we're doing Homo sapien, post-humanism, running up to AI-human hybrids, so we can do future society. Sacrifice stability for massive bonuses. Interesting. It doesn't tell me what the bonuses is, but it tells me what the stability loss is. Yeah, we got money to spend. refinery. Hydroponics farm. Commercial zone. Max out the infrastructure. A couple of infrastructure improvements at the same time. Infrastructure. Let's upgrade our monuments. That'll be a little monuments upgraded. Spread assimilation and unity to the realm. I suppose I should go planet by planet. So Earth is kind of obvious. Earth, we'd probably, hopefully, don't need habitability. Where's the habitability mod? There's the habitability mod. Yeah, Earth, we don't need habitability. Pass on habitability on Earth. I think Venus, we probably still need some habitability. Yeah, 45% on Venus. Mars is 100%, so we don't need to do any habitation improvement on Mars. Okay, so we know. Construction and space habitat. Venus. Game. I have it filtered to Venus. Why is the macro build building on Earth? Yeah, okay. Okay. So, we got it queued up on Venus, although there's a lot of stuff queued up in various places on Venus as well, so that's maybe not going to be... Why do I have 100%? Oh, because I'm on Mars. That's fair. I just accidentally queued up some on Mars, then didn't do Mars. I think that means I can say, you can not be built. There you go. Earth orbit. Okay, so the space stations don't need habitability. The moon, in fact, I've gotten a few more colonies on the moon. Integrated for other people. Oh, not my green, different green. That's a my green. Do some habitability on the moon. Okay, Ganymede presumably isn't 100% habitable. Yep, Ganymede is not 100% habitable. Asteroid builds aren't perfect, although they're real close to 97%. Ceres isn't 100%. Okay, so dual Ceres. Jupiter stable orbits are like 95. Apparently they're 80, and then I've got some bonuses that kick in. Okay. Europa isn't perfect. Let's do Europa. Pretty much if it's a planetary location that is not space station, we should do it. Okay. Put this in debt, although that's a debt that's not going to stick for very long if it's only negative 2 million. Anyway, let's go ahead and complete continental contention. Integration cost. We're not necessarily going to be conquer anyone. Planetary administration for some culture power. Doesn't do me any good until the year ends, but it'll be useful when the next year comes around. Army of Conquest for 100 million revenue. Once off. 10% prestige for 40 years. For unifying good old Africa. And we've done the South American one for some faction loyalty. And then the other mission tree we've got open is you. For the economic, is the economic federation effect already applying? Is what's going on. Or do I have to actually federate to get that? Economic Federation. Well, I should have it already. I might have to hit the actual federize the unit for that, but I don't really see the we'll just leave it unpressed. I don't need to force these people in that way. We can do it through normal diplomacy. There we go, the Age of Abominations. So all of the crises, technological singularity, eugenics, imagination unbound have all been increased in weight by 1,000%. And of course I paused the game and someone promptly drops the nuke somewhere. Not on me, but on someone else. So our thing is ticking again. We're 23 years to victory. Okay, and with that, we get access to another culture trait. We've got 24, almost 25 points to spend in it, so we'll spend 10 to pick it up. What to pick up? So, moralism will give us unity right off the bat. Region modifiers, admin efficiency, clergy power. I think that's what we're looking for. Maximum tax income. Don't think we're that desperate for maximum tax income. Pick up flagellism. Welfare economy, diversity and inclusion. Okay. Transformationalism. Colonial range +3. That would be interesting earlier in the run, I suppose. Totalism. Statism, communalism, nuclear family, cultural idea cost. Oh, so that's an interesting one. If you grab that one early, that one's going to make all your future things cheaper. Although we're looking on filling out our last slot area here when we're very beginning of the year, so don't think we need it to be cheaper. Project build cost reduction. Firearm affinity. Consumer culture. Unity down to start. There's just a straight up Empire modifier plus 10% prestige. Plus 5 maximum income tax. Okay. Pacifism. Lose prestige, but gain diplomatic capacity. There's also some opinion in here. Earlier, when we were trying to be the sort of Shadow Empire, that probably would have been a little bit better. But now that we're down to 36 countries here, I think the diplomatic ability is a little less useful at this point. Simulation. If we want to try to get our culture to be a little bit more unitary, that's probably what we want. Insular Prideful. Prideful's got integration down. Robophile. Not what we're doing. Definitely not isolationist. Social contract. Got more maximum tax. Maximum income tax. Ruling power, political power. Going. Got some opinion there. Again, probably better for earlier in the run than where we are now. One thing that's tempting is maybe just go up and grab that prestige. Although there's a prestige there. Another Empire modifier prestige. This prestige is going to help us sort of confirm our victory here, I suppose. Because we're definitely winning. We're on the timer, so getting 10% more prestige just locks that in. Yeah, I think we go for the prestige giving one up here. Yeah, go for consumer culture. Resource income, maximum income tax, education efficiency, some loyalty to offset the fact that we're going to be running higher taxes, admin efficiency, manufacturing cycle. Yeah, let's do consumer culture. Resource income, education efficiency. There's the maximum tax, there's the loyalty, and there's the prestige. So don't have enough immediately to pick the whole thing up, but a year from now, we'll be able to pick the admin efficiency up. 5 from there if we haven't won. We won't have won, and 5 from there, so that's because that's only 6 years in the future. We can finish the thing out. Yep, more taxes. More taxes equal more revenue. And everyone loves us enough that no one cares that we're taxing them more. Wait, I can only build 3 here. Yeah, apparently only let to build 3 here. Apparently they've got their 3 and that stopped, and they've got their 6 there. That stops me from building more. Interesting. That's a change. Okay, Okay, well, that's the case. Why can't I abandon you? Guess I should probably move on to someplace else, but... Well, they're still faster colonizing there, so we might still win there. Steel refinery. Commerce zone. And hydronics. Anyway, we want to replace that colony with one that they're not already colonizing or almost done with. So Neptune B is the way to go. Yeah, the year ticked. We're up to 29% victory or prestige. So at this point, I don't think we're going to lose it. And I think we can go ahead and actually build some space. Yeah, let's just build some space escorts. Refineries, hydroponic farms, commercial zones. We got the improved on you, so we should grab that mine upgrade. I suppose technically got the same farming, so... Wait, do you not even have the bonus? Not have... Oh, it's all the way at the bottom. So the answer to do you not have the thing is yes, you do not have the thing. Do that behind the next infrastructure, please. Okay. For power here, that is power grid. 0.5 mil to upgrade that? Sure. 9 mil to upgrade it. 1.3, still pretty doable. 2.2, it's still pretty doable. Rich. More power, equal more stability. I think 6 mil is probably where we're going to stop. Yeah, let's not pay 10 mil for like +1 stability at that point, or +1 level of stability. Manufacturing, asteroid build F. I can only take it to 9, so we'll do that there. Advantage from units, I'm not too worried about. Although we'll check in at Gray. Digital assembly. It's 1.9 million. I'll do 3 levels there. Nanocomposites is Zulu. I know where Zulu is. Zulu's down here. That's nanocomposite level upgrade, okay. And it can only go up that high for the moment, so that's fine. Is that the only thing that affects nanocomposites? Oh, project efficiency would as well. You provide nanocomposite efficiency based on availability for nanocomposites, so yeah, grab that. If anything, that probably means I should prop the nanocomposite integration everywhere. You know, I've just sold myself. We're going to do nanocomposite integration everywhere. Okay, I think I've gathered enough money for the moment. Let's have the money pile back up again. Yeah, so I think we'll win here. This one, if it was going to let me abandon it, I would probably abandon it at this point, because it's we're not winning there, I think. Colony done. Anyway, we're sitting pretty comfortably above 67% now. We have diversity, we have the culture, then pick this one. Admin efficiency plus 10%. Manufacturing sector level plus 1 isn't super great by itself, but it's fine. So many things just finished all at once. Yes, we are building many, many things. 20 years to go. We're at the point where we can steal stuff from America again. Supreme shipbuilding. Anyway, most of the places where we were trying to integrate with at this point, because we're down to the dregs that are going to be just really taking a long time to do. And yeah, there are only 36 nations left in the game at this point, because we've unified with so many of them. The magical powers of diplomacy. Apparently, Germany is attempting to compete with us for Uranus C. Okay, probably outcompete the United States there. Not that that is a terrible pickup to do, but we actually tried to queue up, in fact, we queued up some of the service industry, which is +1 for the commercial districts that it was built at. 6 months out, we'll have AM catalysts. AM catalysts are done. Up next, interstellar exploration. No longer be bound to the terrible iron deposits in the primary solar system. Rather, we can go out to planet X. Get whatever iron deposits there are out there. Another year done. And with that, actually, the rest of the culture points we need for mass consumerism. Okay, so until the next 95 years go past and we get another maximum culture trait, we have all our culture traits. So we're probably actually at the point where we could probably dumpster one of the really old ones if we thought it was worth dumpstering, right? Say, get rid of diplomatic at this point. Yeah, we still got a couple nations we could diplomatically integrate, but not many. Okay, I say not many. It's actually like most of the remaining nations, but like half the remaining nations we can probably do it with because we have diplomatic. That wouldn't actually be possible to do if we didn't have diplomatic. So diplomatic is somewhat valuable. Yeah, like things are going well. We are on the victory track at this point. 18 years to go, and we're at 39% of victory progress. Or 39 of prestige, sorry. So, victory progress is going to proceed, and I suspect that will be continuing. I don't think that's going to stop. I may try to build a little bit more military in the next one just to make sure that sticks. But yeah, I don't think the other guys are going to be making enough prestige to catch up enough to stop. But we are at the midstream break here. So if you're watching on YouTube, we will have another part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. It's going to be the point in the stream where I go make a cup of tea, and then we'll be back to record another one. I think assuming it doesn't get paused again from us dropping below 26.7%, we should, in the next one, win. Officially win. In which case, the game will be over, and we'll transfer to a different game. I think it'll probably be Terraforming Mars, because I want to give at least Cultist Simulator a whole 2 hours minimum, and well, we won't have that left in the stream. So it'll be the thing that replaces this officially on the next stream day. But I think we are going to finish this up today. I don't think it's going to take us more than an hour to get through 18 game years. But yeah, so this is where we're going to put the part break in. So if you're watching on YouTube, tune in next time for victory, I suppose. So until then, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and/or stream, and bye for now.